Hello there guys, it's Toad Peregrine 4 here with another video. I'm going to go ahead and start off this video by, sorry about not uploading. For the record, it's not because I'm lazy, it's because I've been working on this, which is actually for the survival series, which I've missed, four, well, okay, I misrecorded one long episode, so count that how you like. But I missed 4 episodes. Um, and honestly, this one you could count as a missed episode. I'm going to try to have an actual episode up for Friday. It really depends on if I can do the finishing touches on this, which I should be able to do, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to make any promises. There's either going to be an episode this Friday or absolutely 100% Monday. So, there, you have that in writing. Yeah, definitely wrote that down and didn't say it in the video. But this is a ship that I'm working on that's 99% done for the survival series. It is going to take me forever to build, but let me go ahead and show it to you. So this is the MRC Sanctuary. This is going to be the ship that I push out into the universe with. I guess not universe, I guess more accurately solar system. So this thing's designed to be crewed by one. It is currently turretless, but it will have some modded turrets on it to protect it. I have it designed currently mostly vanilla just because I can then upload it to the workshop and get fake internet points for it. Or at least more than I would get if I uploaded it with mods. So, but I mean, it's pretty close to how I'm going to have it in the survival world. So let me walk you through it. So here we are up top in the bridge. That's us right there. So this is the rear of the ship. This is the front. So we have a decent forward thruster package. We have, how many is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 large hydrogen ion thrusters propelling us forward, plus a couple of small ones, and 6 large hydrogen thrusters for braking thrust, and then a bunch of small ion thrusters for the other 4 directions. Down here on the bottom we have 4 defense drone bays. So there are going to be 4 drones parked in there, ready to protect the sanctuary, so that way it doesn't actually have to do anything risky on its own. It's not quite painted yet either, so but that's not quite relevant. On the front here we have the Archangel lander. This is going to be how we work our way down to planets and moons, as well as this guy is pretty capable of recovering any vessels that we commandeer. On the front right here we have a hangar. I'm calling it the mall hangar. It's probably mostly going to just be used to design ships and stuff probably won't stay parked there. On this side we have 2 hangars for stuff to actually be parked. What else do we have? We have a docking port on the back here. That's probably going to be for a manned fighter rather than defense drones that are going to be on the bottom there. Right here on the front is a mass cannon, which for some reason is not currently working. I know how mass cannons work, I promise. This one's not. Um, the merge block is, it's welding the first merge block and then not welding anything else. It's very strange. I'm going to have to look into it. I have a working mass launcher and I designed it the exact same way and it works just fine. So I'll have to play around with it. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is. It's probably something simple that I'm just overlooking. But yeah, so up here we have the main bridge. It may seem fairly unprotected with all that glass, but we do have 6 large ship shield generators. For the vanilla version I released to the workshop, I might take the shield generators out, I don't know. Or I might just say, hey, they're shield generators. There's going to be holes where they were. And it should be pretty easy to fix up. I might put decoys in there or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. But yeah, there are a pretty sizable shield capacity on this guy. So down here, this is the upper stairway. Through this door is that docking station for the fighter. Can I get back in? No, almost. Through here, we go to the reactor bay. There are also all automatic lights on this ship, so if I run through here, boom, lights. Boom, lights. So here we have some displays for uranium information, as well as these are the top, 8 blocks that are consuming power. Right now, since we're sitting here, it's all going to be O2 gens for some reason. And then right here we have a power summary. This is using M-Master's LCD script, which is pretty much made of magic, I think. So we have 2 large reactors and then 12 small reactors. We have some batteries distributed along the ship, not a ton, but enough. And we have enough power to where we can be fully maneuvering and cycling shields and not have a power deficit. So here we have a uranium reserve. So you hit, well, this is for fancy lighting because we can, and this would lock that connector and allow the uranium to flow out. Here is the main stair. This is how you access most of the things on the ship. Here is a sign, which I have placed as often as possible to make it so you don't get lost, and so I don't get lost when I go through a door, because there are lots of them. Here we have a little personal defense turret. I don't know if I'm actually going to build this or if I might just fill this area in when I actually build this ship in survival, because it's single player and this little defense turret's not going to do anything. But right through here we have the medical bay. The medical bay is pretty simple, just medical bay, cargo container, and vent. Again, more automatic lights. I'm not sure, so the automatic lights are not really power saving. It's supposed to be FPS saving, because the game doesn't have to draw all these lights all the time. Although I'm not sure if it's more intensive to be running these sensors over the lights. I really don't know. But our sim speed's 1 right now, so it should be fine. Through here we have the assembler bay and storage. So we only have 2 assemblers, which isn't a lot, but really these aren't going to have to build a whole lot. Probably mostly just ammo and stuff. Probably going to have Tim making sure things are well stocked. So I won't need a bunch of stuff all at once. It should just, whenever something's needed, go ahead and queue it up, so that way I don't end up in a huge deficit of that item. Here we have our 6 large cargo containers and readouts. So when there's actually stuff in these guys, it will say that. Might take it a second. Hey, there it is. So, yeah, 6 large cargo containers here. We have some turret mount points up there, and just an air vent. Pretty simple, not a whole lot going up here. There isn't a great reason that we'd ever really need to visit it, but who knows? It might be relevant. So now we'll go ahead and head on down. So this is the reactor bay and bridge. This is where we came from. Right here we have the oxygen bay and the mall hangar. So we have a readout of our oxygen tanks. Here we can turn our generators on and off. Is this owned by me? Yeah, it is. Weird. Wait. What's happening here? I don't know if that button does. So this turns them on and off. No? Okay, that one's on and off. I don't remember what those two do. I'll figure it out. And then to the mall hangar. Might get an FPS drop here. Nope. So, this is a pretty sizable hangar. Should be comfortable for building stuff. Gravity generator right there. We don't have a connector in here, so it's really not meant for docking stuff. But we do have one button opening and closing of the hangar. So it's going to drain, and then as soon as it's done draining, the door should open. Now, if I just leave this, it will automatically close after, I think, 30 seconds. I don't really remember. I need to put some lights here. I don't have them yet, but we'll go ahead and close this guy back. We'll let it close itself. Oh, well, it's already doing it. Yeah, so it auto-closed, or I can just hit the same button again. So once that closes, this should open. There it is. Oops. Well, it wasn't pressurized just yet. No big deal. Go ahead and let that close so we don't keep on getting blown back. So we don't keep on getting blown. So over here we have the upper refinery bay, which those lights took a second even though they're on the same sensor. This refinery will tell you what's in them when there's actually stuff to put in them, but currently it's empty. Then we have the two side hangars that we saw before. So these are actually meant to have things parked. Let me go ahead and hit the lights. It should be this one. Perfect. Yeah, and these work much the same. So notice the door's locked. It's sucking out the air. So if you wanted to, take something out, you're not losing a bunch of oxygen. So as soon as that opens, we'll go ahead and hit the exact same button to close it back up. Now we can hit it now. It doesn't really matter. None, low, high. Perfect. Exact same thing here with the second hangar. Here we have a little airlock to get out of the ship, which there actually aren't too many entrances and exits on the ship, to be honest with you. You pretty much have this one, the 3 airlocks, and the one behind the bridge. I don't know if I'm going to put more or not. I haven't really decided. We'll see. I'm trying to move quickly through this so I can get back to work. So that way I can have this episode to you, but last floor we have this little room, which is adorable, and the lower refinery bay. So again, this is meant to be an exploration vehicle, not an all-around super base. So only 2 refineries. They are fully upgraded with yield modules, so we can handle ourselves if we need some resource. It's just you won't be able to do a ton of stuff at once. Through here we have the jump drive bay, so we have some nice protective glass around the jump drives. Yeah, not a whole lot to see. We have the jump drive charges listed here. I'm going to change the color of that LCD, but more importantly, through here we have the Archangel lander. So this door is handled by button, um, but let's go ahead. Apparently needs one more second. So it should properly close this time. Okay. Huh, you know, I didn't consider how to get out of here. Well, I can manually trigger the timer, no big deal. And here's the Archangel Lander. Um, so it's pretty cramped in here. It doesn't have a refinery, but it has everything else needed to survive. We have this handy dandy little display, which I think is kind of neat. Excuse me. And we're going to go ahead and unlock the dock lock, if that makes sense. So hitting that button disconnects the connector and primes some of the scripts to start running. Like you'll notice both of these doors closed, whereas before they were open. Whereas if we hit this button now, both the doors are open and on, and the connector is locked. So we'll go ahead and, again, get ready to depart. And so we go ahead and hit 2 to disconnect. Which, if we can get to third person, there we go. Here we are. Now the Archangel Lander is loose. And this thing's pretty neat. I actually like it. It's fairly fast. By default, these large thrusters are off, and they're automatically turned off whenever you dock. But when these thrusters are on, you just have ridiculous acceleration. It's pretty neat, and this is intended to touch down on planets, which I don't think I'm going to make you sit through, but maybe while I talk about it. So the Archangel and Sanctuary. So I think I'm going to go with a angelic naming scheme. So that's going to be the Sanctuary. This lander is the Archangel. The 4 defense drones are probably going to be called Seraphs. Seraph drones, which are sort of like warrior angels, Seraphs. And in the hangars, I'm going to... So behind the bridge, I'm going to have a manned defense, a manned fighter. I already have a design. I think I'm going to use the Ictus, which is another ship I've made. Let me just go ahead and... Oop, lag spike. That was weird. So I'm probably just going to rename and sort of rebrand that because it's a pretty good design that I'm happy with. In the 2 side hangars, I'm probably going to have a drill ship and a welder / grinder ship to do repairs and tear stuff down. We're getting some dips as we approach on the planet here. Not sure why that is. But yeah, so having a welding / grinding ship plus a drill ship should mean that this thing, once built, can go indefinitely exploration-wise. It won't be the most capable of like propping up huge bases, but we do want it to actually be a little bit of a challenge whenever we use the Archangel and touch down to a planet. We don't want to have a base ready to be like completely ready to build. so all we have to do is, build it and leave. Instead, I think we'd rather, so the boost jump, okay. Lag spike. So all we need to do is hit Z. You will see we stop like a charm. So will our frame rate for some reason. But yeah, so this thing stops in about 600 meters, which I think is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this little guy. Again, it's just going to bring down some resources to start a base. So that way, whenever we touch down on a planet, we sort of get to survive again. Except we have something to leave if we so choose. But yeah, so that's the ship I've been working on. I'm really sorry about not having videos for you guys. I feel kind of bad about it. But hopefully you understand. But yes, this is hopefully a good excuse for what I've been doing. Yeah, let me know what you think. Again, hopefully this Friday I'll have a video of me actually working on building this guy in survival, doing it legit. If I don't have it Friday, I doubt I'll have it Saturday following. But I would definitely have it by Monday for you guys. I think I'll start with the Archangel Lander, maybe. I don't know. Might just go for the Sanctuary, build the Lander last. I haven't decided. I don't have a design for the Seraph fighters yet, or the welder and mining ship that's going to go docked in it. But then again, I'll probably build that with you guys. I didn't build this with you guys because it has taken a ton of work, and it would have been a lot of watching me build stuff, unbuild stuff. Has taken me, a week to build this in creative mode. It would have. I'm not a very fast builder. I don't know if I'm a good builder or not. Maybe this thing looks goofy to you guys. But yeah, I just didn't want you guys to get bored watching me build and unbuild stuff. It took me a week to build this in creative. It would have taken me a month to try to build it in survival with actually building the blocks. So hopefully you'll forgive me on that. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to be all. Let me know what you think. If you think this thing looks goofy, I don't know. I like it. It's pretty fast, has lots of stuff, and should be a good way for us to push out into that glare. They need to fix that. It's just too much. It's just too much. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Forgive me for not uploading, or don't. It's up to you. No one watches these anyway. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Hopefully Friday, if not Monday. Bye, guys.